I'm going to make a wild assumption that you've never heard of the brand Selten before. Who could blame you really? They are only 2 models in, and unless you're a microbrand tragic like me, you probably have better things to do than trying to keep track of emerging brands and what's worth buying versus staying well clear of. Selten started with a reasonably good looking watch design that incorporated a large day and night indicator and various exotic dials. It was attractive enough, but not to my taste. However, shipping out in July 2023 is the brand's new Patina series that are a combination of unique dials with bronze cases, and these are really fun and interesting, to my eyes at least. What we see here is experience and feedback heard by a young brand, and whilst there is nothing earth-shatteringly new here, the combination of a bronze case, unique sandwich dials and an attractive price point is sound. What I also really appreciate is a refined logo that is far more restrained than the first release. It's a very difficult thing to nail. We've all seen logos that are either too large, too ugly, or trying too hard to make you a walking specification list. Not so here, mercifully. I contacted Leonardo behind the brand and asked for a loan, but I specifically requested a black one rather than some of the more flamboyant options. So the question is, should you consider slapping some bronze on your wrist? Let's find out. Before I continue, it would be highly appreciated if you could give me a like and subscribe. Drop a comment too if you have some feedback. And whilst you think of something clever to say, I'll go on with the sizes of this watch. The diameter is 39mm and I measured the lug to lug as 46.4mm. Lug width is 20mm and thickness, including the crystal, is 13.5mm. Water resistance is 200 meters and the weight on this rubber strap is 104 grams. This might be a good time to talk about what refinements are already confirmed for the production. This prototype obviously has very little if any AR coating, and this is changing. This particular dial is called wood rot, and as you will see close up, it's very hard to get clean cuts through to the Lume base plate. So this will be improved. The final change is that there will be a coating on the bronze case to ensure that the oxidation is slowed down and not too obvious before they are in the customer's hands. Getting stuck into this dial then, from a distance it appears black, but up close we see all sorts of subtle colors and an almost lacquered appearance on top that no doubt is there to preserve and enhance the patina. As Leonardo behind the brand pointed out, it's hard to get clean cuts, and this is evident in some of the cutouts up close. To be clear, this is not visible with the naked eye at all, but of course whether that is the case or not, it needs to be fixed for production and will be. The classic train track surrounding the dial looks good, not just on this dark dial but on the other color options as well. I'm not sure if you can call a sandwich dial like this restrained, but in terms of print, it is. We get the new and refined logo at just under 12 in the same milky coffee color as the framed cutouts, and at just above the 6th position, there's simply the word automatic in a light grey print and 200 meters in the same color as the logo. Any more than this will be too much, so good decisions here. The hands are linear brushed on top and diamond cut sides. Being semi-skeletonized with just enough lume means they get out of the way to show off the dial once again. Covering all this is a box-shaped crystal which clearly sticks out about a millimeter or so above the bezel. The coin-edge bezel feels fantastic. Maybe this particular watch has been used by others so many times that it's now loosened up properly. But even if that is the case, that still means that this will also happen to you and your watch eventually. It's smooth and has minimal backplay in its unidirectional 120 click design. The final icing on the cake is that it's also lumed, which we'll check out shortly. The bronze case has already started to patina, as you can see, and it's gorgeous. These curved lugs and the many shades of gold and brown is something that every watch fan should experience at least once. The easy to grab crown is screw-in and just large and knurled enough to get a decent grip. As with all bronze watches, the reaction with your skin causes a unique smell on your fingers. It is not the bronze as such, it's a chemical reaction with your skin, and it's something to be aware of if you've not experienced this before. On the back of the watch, we're faced with a rather buxom so-called warrior mermaid. As per usual, one ponders how practical a warrior outfit could be that leaves 95% of the upper body exposed, so it's probably a good thing that this feature is for your eyes only, else some uncomfortable discussions would no doubt be on the horizon. However you feel about that, it's very detailed and the implementation of the artwork is well done. Behind Sabrina the Warrior Mermaid ticks the Miyota 9039, which will last you for many years to come. The quick release rubber strap is comfortable and has a pattern that's slightly out of the ordinary. It doesn't seem to collect dust or lint, and the final version will have a solid bronze buckle. The lume is very good. It's Swiss Superluminova Old Radium, and plenty of it. I think this review can best be summed up as follows. Do you own a bronze watch? No? Well, if that's the case, you should get this one. It's fun and unique and good value at $549 on pre-order right now. If you already own one, then the decision really comes down to if you enjoy the interesting dials on offer, which are certainly unusual. The green and blue options should look good in most situations, and the leopard and scorch dials would certainly draw some attention. It's always fun to support small brands, and if you email Selten directly, you're very likely to hear back from the owner himself, and getting to know the person behind it and their thinking is sometimes half the reason to consider buying a microbrand. These microbrand watches are not investments, and they will not hold their value should you sell, so you should buy this with the aim of having a permanent addition to your collection. Will you buy one? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.